So, it's finally time for me to unbox Lord Voldemort. I've been sitting on this for a little while and I have been watching a lot of Naruto recently. And I've been dying to unbox this, so let's get into it. So, a quick tour of the box itself as per usual. So, as you can see from Figuarts, you have the window packaging, so you can see Voldemort in there. You've got a nice picture of him up front here, the old snake boy himself.
I'm a snake. I'm a snake.
So on the back, let's just flip it right over to the good stuff. We've got all the cool poses. So Snake Boy with his snake arms. He's got his snake sword. He's got his snake charm in that grin. Look at him. And then he comes with a tongue. And is that a Sasuke head? Oh, it is. Yeah, there's a Sasuke head in here. Flipping it round to the side there, we've got a cool little face with the snake tongue there. It's looking pretty creepy. Some Japanese stuff, which just says Lord Voldemort, he who shall not be named, down the side there, I'm pretty sure. On the other side there, we've got a picture of him in a pose doing some sort of jutsu. On the bottom, we've got another, so that's another one of the face plates by the looks of it, looking sort of menacing there. On the top, just the window packaging again, isn't it? And that's it really. So, well, there it goes. Right then, shall we crack it open and have a look? A quick look at the instructions, because the Naruto ones still come with the instruction printed out and folded out instead of on the inside of the box. And as we can see from here, you've got, I think they're already attached, so they're the closed fist hands. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more extra pairs of hands. You've got 3 face plates by the looks of it, 4 altogether, if you include the one he's already got on his face. And it just shows you, of course, standard issue, SH Figuarts, remove the hair, put the face on. And then we've got is, oh, sword, warning, may rub off. Oh, hello. Oh, okay, I see, because it just slides in to his hand like so. And on the other side then, so he comes with folded arms, so you can just whip his arms off at the, oh no, hang on, that's a bit different. Looks like you've got to take some extra bits off compared to the Dragon Ball ones. And then again for his snake arm, you just whip his arm right out and plug those snakes right in. And then you've got the optional head part for Sasuke Uchiha, which is quite cool actually. So let's have a look. Right, let's just start with Orochimaru himself. Just put this over to one side. Right, let's get rid of, I'm a bit apprehensive now after the, oh no, yeah, see? Why can't Square do this with the Bring Arts line? Look how easy that was. If you haven't or don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my video with Cloud Strife and the Bring Arts and just watch what happens. It was horrific. Like, it shouldn't be this difficult to get rid of these plastic things, but somehow they made it difficult. Oh, there's another little bit. Any more for any more? Oh, there's one in there. Oh, come on. Anytime today, come on. There we go. And one on his butt. Cool, so first impressions then. So this is all flappy and soft goods, which is quite cool. So on his butt and on his front there, it feels a lot lighter. I don't know why I think it was, or thought it was going to be heavier. It feels not like it's going to break. It just feels a bit more delicate though, because he's a lot lighter. So I'm not sure what that's about, why my mind thinks that. But other than that, general aesthetic wise, looking at it on first glance, just looking for any imperfections or any problems to start with, and I can't see anything glaringly obvious. So that's a good start so far. Let's take a look at what accessories he comes with then. It comes with 3 extra face plates, and on first glance, the finish on them actually looks really good. Like, it's a proper matte finish on the faces. They look really good. I don't know how to really articulate, I'll just explain what I'm trying to say, but it's just, it looks great. That's a good start. I like the finish on them. Anyway, Sounding weird, let's move on to the next bit. What else does he come with? He's got some folded arms, so he can look menacing and calm, or cool and menacing, I guess, with his folded arms. He has a couple of snakes for his arm, the old snake charmer that he is. He has a snake sword, which, if I remember correctly, he literally pulls that out of his throat, doesn't he? He's a pretty disgusting character, actually, at the end of the day, isn't he, Orochimaru? Thinking about it now, just from what I've witnessed. He also comes with 1 pair of hands, 2 pairs of hands, 3 pairs of hands, 4 pairs of hands, 5 pairs of extra hands. Absolute bargain. But not only that, he also comes with Sasuke's head, which, looking at it quickly, you can see it's got the curse mark all down the side of his face there, so you can attach that to the Sasuke if you have it. If you don't have it, then you just have a head of Sasuke, and I suppose you could display it like that if you that way inclined. I don't know. What would you do with it? Just hide it or have it? Yeah. So he's got jutsu fingers. He's got flat slappy hands. He's got ass grabbing hands. I'm going to say they're sort of relaxed hands, like down by your side hands, just kind of whatever Trevor hands. And then he's got the holding hands, so the open fist ones to put the sword in, depending on which side you want him to hold it. Now I believe for the snakes that they plug into either arm, so it's just literally just got a ball joint here on the end there, and I think all it's going to do is you're just going to take off either arm and you can plug that in, so it's not set to any specific arm. And same with the arms for the folded arms. So if you're familiar with Figuarts, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, then you literally just, as you saw in the instruction manual, you just pull the arms off and then you just plug these into the sockets, and then it looks like he's got his arms folded. And I always like these because they come with Vegeta quite a lot. In fact, I think Piccolo had them as well. A lot of the Dragon Ball characters do tend to get them. And it's just a nice little inclusion because obviously you can't do it with the figure arms that come on it. So it's nice that they give you this and it just looks like a seamless folded arm pose. Just a quick closer look then at one of the face plates. So here's the Tongi face plate. Here's the, I'm not sure how to describe that, just kind of face plate. And a sort of, I guess, smirky but not. Is that an annoyance kind of face plate? If you follow me, if you know what I mean, that kind of thing. Who knows? Looks cool though. And whilst I'm here showing off everything, let's just have a quick look at the sword. So the detail on the sword looks really cool. I can't say for sure how accurate it is because I do not remember, but it does look like a sword Orochimaru had. And I say, most of the detail, it looks fine. I think if I had one query, it's like they could have probably just put a little bit of a wash on the handle there, because it just seems like that's a bit bare bones compared to it. You've got this nice little pattern on here, that little blue bit, and then that just kind of looks a bit flat. We've had a look at his accessories. Let's have a look at the man himself. So, how tall does he stand? So, let's have a look. So, I would say he's about shy of 6 inches. Let's call him 5'9", but if we're going to round it up, he's on the 6-inch verge there. He's about, yeah, I would call it 6. Let's say 6. Right, so let's check out just how snake-like Jafar can be then, shall we? Let's have a look at some articulation.
Perhaps you'd like to see how snake-like I can be.
But one thing I will mention before we get to it is he has got the problem with the hairpiece. So he will be losing that the more you move him around. But again, it's one of them. It just plugs back in quite easily. But I have found when moving it around, like some of the other Naruto ones, you know, it's sort of, I think it's with the Dragon Ball ones as well, isn't it? You do get this sort of breakup here from the parts separating when you're moving it around. But again, it just goes straight back in, so no real issues there. Anyway, let's start down at the feet then, shall we? So, for the feet, as usual, he's got his little toesies. they have some articulation. He's got the forwards and backwards on the foot. He's got a little bit side to side, and he's got the full rotation at the ankle. He's got a little bit inside these trousers here, in fact, and I think, yep, on both sides you're not getting much out of it, so it's only a little bit here and there, but something's better than nothing, eh? Up to the knees then. So he has the standard Tamashii Nation knees, so they're going to go once and they're going to go twice, and he's going to, oh, can he, he can just about kick his own, but with some extra force he can kick his own butt. Speaking of, when it comes to hips, he's got the Tamashii Nation hips, so they go all the way out to the side. They're going to come all the way up to the front like so, but, no pun intended in fact, but his butt prevents him from going all the way back. So that's what you're getting from there. But it's still good, you can still get him into a running pose. He can do a back kick, you just have to lean him forward, or he can look like he's ice skating, figure skating. As for ab crunch then, he's got, you can just kind of see, I think in there, the little joints and stuff. I'm not sure what he's, yeah, so this whole rubber piece looks like it, oh no, hang on, is it part of it? No, that's a plastic piece. So this rubber piece connects underneath this little purple bow, this purple bow part, and it looks like it attaches into, I think it's one whole piece that attaches into the socket of the abdomen there, that goes into the leg pieces. So that sits there and it kind of covers, I think you can just kind of see it in there. So this plastic piece here, similar to like the other Naruto figures, they've got that little bit that sits over their belly. Oh, speak of the devil, there we go, I did warn you. Well, now he looks like Voldemort, doesn't he? Oh dear. There we go. So that happens. Never mind. It'll just go back on. We should do. There we go. Unintentional demonstration complete. Where were we? So we're talking about his stomach. I was blabbering on, not finding the words to explain what's going on in here. But let's not explain it. Let's just show you what he does. He ab crunches that, and he's going to look back up like that. Little bit of restriction from there, but I think that is his full ab crunch, so I don't think that's restricting it too much. Up to the arms then, so you've got your 90 degrees, he'll go up like that, but then if you bring it down, obviously you rotate it round and you can pull his arm out, his socket, but we'll get to that. You can get all the way up like so, bringing it back down then. He's got his butterfly joints, so you can go forwards and backwards with them. Like I say, so as you saw, that actually comes out, so there's rotation in that socket there that goes into the sleeves. He's got his one elbow, he's got his, double elbows, sort of. That's how much he's going to flex on you. So he's got a good old flex, he can pose quite nicely. Down to the wrists then. So the wrists, as usual, are just a little ball joint. They just slot on, pop on like so, and then you've got full rotation there and as much forwards and backwards as they will allow. Now moving up to the neck then. So this is a weird one because we've got, well, I'll say the head, not just the neck. We've got a ball joint here for the hair, and that's quite cool because it can actually pose it out like so. So you can bring it down, you can bring it up, so it gives it a nice feel of movement if you're posing him in like a running pose or a jumping pose as such. But that's as far as it's going, so if you need it to go any higher like he is kind of jumping or falling, you're not getting much more than that. And again, as you saw, it sort of starts to separate that, so you just push that back in. So he has a neck joint which you can kind of see, which is a little bit stiff, but it can move forwards and backwards. Yeah, so without breaking up the hair piece, that's as far as he's going to look down. And then obviously because that hair piece as well, like I said just now, can move back, it makes no difference because he's not really looking up anyway. So I think if you put that down, yeah, that's about as much as he's going to look up. So there's not much going on there when it comes to looking up. You'll just have to bend him like that if you want him to look up at what's going on. And then onto the last piece then, his little old bow piece here. So he's got articulation in here, so you can move it around to help him pose, which is a really cool idea. But these are just held on with little, oh, there we go. I think you can see that. Just little ball peg bits there. Just pop in to the side here. And it's got some, I'll take both of them off actually. Oh, hang on. I'm not sure if they're meant to come out like that or not. So one of them as a whole, one of them has the peg on. And maybe that's so you don't get them mixed up, in fact, actually. That's probably not a bad idea, is it? So if you do lose them or take them both off, you know which one goes where. But this itself, it moves around. I think that's just, will that come off? Oh no, let's not chance it. Let's not break it now. So that moves up and down, and it goes round and round as well to try and help with you posing him, which is cool. I like that. So as I just said, this should help me get them in the right way around. There we go, and they just snap back on like so. And there we go. So pretty good articulation again. So far that Naruto line has been pretty good. In fact, I got to take back what I said earlier. Standing him has been easy. There we go. He just needs a bit of a wider stance, I believe. Getting a narrow stance. Not can he Michael Jackson it? Ooh. Yeah, so he's got a bit of a rocky feet. Let's have a look. Oh no, there we go. So you can get him to stand a bit more narrow. Aha, ta-da. Shall we continue then? So as you got a little sneaky peek a minute ago, I'm just going to show you how to change out his arms. So we've got the snake, and it can go into either arm, I believe. In the instructions it says the right arm, but I don't think it matters. It's whatever arm you fancy. So you can literally just remove either arm like so, put that to one side. The snake has a little ball joint and it just pops on like so. And now he's snake armed. That's a cool little addition. I quite like that. I wasn't sure how they were going to do the, I thought maybe they could try and do the face with the snake. And then, you know, when he's got the long neck, the snake coming out with a sword, that would have been absolutely crazy. But obviously that's probably beyond their capabilities. So this little snake arm thing is actually quite cool. I think it looks really good actually. The snakes themselves actually look quite good. And the way it actually comes out of his arm and his little thingy, I think it's a really good effect. I quite like that. And now I'm considering keeping that actually, now he's posed like that. I quite like that pose. There we go. Right, let's just take a quick look at the folding arm accessory. So, the way to do that is, you need the arm joints to look like this, which means taking this bit out like so, and then these bits that sit around these joints here, so this bit here, actually has to come off as well, the soft goods. Now the way I found to do it is I've just pinched it sort of there and there, and gently just pull them off like that. Now it terrified me to begin with, so I thought I was going to pull the joints out and break it, but if you're gentle enough, you know, it works. So then to add the folded arms on, you just plug, getting the right way around to start with, obviously hands facing out. Plug it in, and then he says plug in the other sides, all the while the hair is coming off again as usual. So anything you do, the hair's going to try and escape, much like mine did years ago. But that's a different story for a different time. And there we go. Sort of, yeah. I think maybe, he says, maybe we could do with a bit more pushing in, but that's as good as I'm going to get it for now anyway. So there we go. It's as simple as that. And then his broken ankle, it looked like just then. And then he stands like so. And again, I'm liking that pose. Every pose I put this figure into, I kind of just want to keep it like that. Maybe I need multiple ones of this as well. Maybe I just need to buy 2 to 3 of every figure. No, wait, let's not go down that road. As we saw then, he comes with an extra Sasuke head. And here is the said head. So we're just going to take a quick look, see how quick and easy that is to pop on. It should be pretty straightforward. So you should I say you should. I could. Oh. So that was pretty straightforward. If you don't pull this neck piece out, the entire neck and collar apparently come out, which I've only just learned. So yeah, when you do that, just be careful, I suppose, but they go back in quite easily, so don't worry too much. And as you can see, if I can just zoom in on him, he's got the little curse mark along the side of his face there, and he's got his eye all painted up differently. So that's all it comes with, nothing else, and he's got a little smirky face now. Just a side note, I've just tried taking that head off, and the whole ball peg now has actually come out with it. So the neck stayed in this time, but the peg I need to get the other head on is actually in the new head now, so I've got to remove that. So I don't know if that's a thing with everybody's. It's obviously not the end of the world because you can just easily pull that out, but it is a pain because you should just be able to take them off and on. But yeah, I've just run across that, so don't know if that's just me. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, to put these back on, once you get rid of the folded arms, they actually have an R and a left on them, so you shouldn't be able to get them mixed up. You should know which one goes with which. So just wanted to mention that because I was just about to put them back on and I was confused until I looked inside, and luckily they are smart enough to give people like me a chance. So thank you to Machinations, thank you.
To conclude then, is this figure worth it? Yes. I would probably give it an 8 or 9 out of 10 as a rating. I think it's a pretty solid figure. I think Machinations have done a really bang up job yet again, and I'm really happy I got hold of it. If you can still get hold of this, I would grab it if you see it. It's taken me a while to get this review out, so I'm not sure how available he still is, but if you can find it, definitely get it. Anyway, on that note, thank you for tuning in and watching the video, and hopefully you'll come back and I'll see you again another time. Until then, bye!